Islam. It is March 3rd, 2019, approximately 5:19 p.m. I am Imani Bro Gray Bay, and I had already started reading The Resurrection by Timothy Dingle Ill.
My mother, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, is listening as well.
Yeah, she's right there listening. Again, I had already started. I'm on page 6.
And you showed the picture of the book really
Mm-hmm.
good. Okay. Make sure, look, because sort of play. Show it again.
All right. Yeah, page 6, second chapter, in the middle. Being guided by Noble Drew Ali's divine constitution, they will also realize they are already in Africa. What is this part of the world named before it was named America? What is the true identity of the people called Indians by Columbus in 1492? When enough of so-called black minds is elevated to Moorishism, their true identity, colonization, is a good solution for the Negro problem. Here is a part of America, which is the land between the Rocky Mountains and the Allegheny Mountains, in the shape or form of a V, 36 degree 30. If the government deems it is necessary that all so-called niggers, black folks, colored people, and Ethiopians must proclaim their true identity to be recognized by the government in which they live in the nations of the earth, according to Act 6 in our authority, Form 1099. Colonization is a good solution, or if the government has a better solution, read first paragraph of Proclamation of September 22nd, 1862. Since our movement engages in conferring names to be annexed to the individual's name given at birth, their true race and religion, elevation, the member's mind from hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms, to the mother of virtue and harmonies of life, and breeds justice, mercy, love, and right. Some citizens in various departments also think that the determination we make on an individual is not legal. I will attempt in my finding, with the aid of the teachings of the old author, Noble Drew Ali, to prove that our determination is legal, according to the adoption of baptism. The founding fathers used that system before America became a great nation. Let us of today honor the works of our mother and father, that our days may be longer upon the earthland. It is my desire to obtain copyright protection on the contents of this pamphlet, including the warning from the prophet and form number 1099, also 32 to 36 form, etc. It would put me in a more better position to aid the followers of Noble Drew Ali and society in general. The Moorish movement is functioning now under common law in each state, and head is a grand sheik, and in some states 2 heads. Each head will tell you that their headquarters is in Chicago. That is true, because in Chicago there are 3 headquarters. Each head of their headquarters claims to be supreme head of Noble Drew Ali's works. This is confusion, because 3 heads can't rule one body. 3 kings can't rule one throne. 3 men can't be the president of one country, and 3 gods can't rule one heaven. I have kept the peace between 3 heads by being a master of Moorish degrees, until I can find a better solution for there to be one head of a grand body in Chicago without confusion. It is a violation of our divine constitution. Copyright authority is the only solution, and all followers of Noble Drew Ali's works will honor it with a peace of mind because the divine constitution ordered them to do so. Let it be remembered that it is my right to claim the works of Noble Drew Ali, to use as I deem necessary. According to my search report of June 12, 1974, good common sense teaches me that if you like a house and want to be the owner of it, you would have a search made on the house. If the search report on the house shows no attachments, it is your right to buy or file claim as the new owner. According to a letter of October 23, 1974, the old author, Noble Drew Lee, established a degree in his work infinitely built upon prophet Isaiah, the Lion and the Lamb. Isaiah 11th chapter, Holy Bible. On the charter of the old author, one is enclosed. He has 10 symbols, which all who are studying to be Moorish adept master or Moorish science must master. I mastered them a long time ago. I have been elevated to a Godman degree, Holy Quran 19th chapter 37th verse, by the people. The high priest conferred it, the Magian priest at the time, who is dead now, but I have his signature on a document under notary, in reference to a letter I received on September 30th, 1974. I began restudying it and the contents. I carefully studied the position of the old author according to degrees. I wonder why the old author placed himself in that position. Carefully observing the third paragraph of the letter of September 30th, 1974, I was wondering, why did the old author put his Holy Quran under common law and fix his book that if any master in later days observed his code and followed his code, the book would fall into the public domain by law. It is written that backward through the ages, masterminds can trace themselves back, and thus they know. Holy Quran, 11th chapter, 16th verse. In restudying the works of the old author, I discovered that an ancient agreement was involved, established by the prophet Isaiah, 11th chapter of the Holy Bible. Since the old author, Noble Drew Lee, is a man of truth, he would not alter that agreement, neither allow anyone else to do it. So he divinely prepared his Holy Quran through his teaching, finite and infinite, Holy Quran 11th chapter. If anyone would notice the symbols in this charter, all the symbols have a great meaning. The third symbol has the greatest meaning. The lion and the lamb lie down together. The lion represents the rich people, and the lamb represents the poor people. It also can represent two races of people. One race, the European race, in modern time, is called the white race. The other race, the Asiatic race, in modern times, is called all the names that are diluted to slaverism. And that is a violation of the law of misrepresentation. Man and woman should be what the God of love created them to be, male and female, not dog and cat, Negro, black, colored, and Ethiopian. He made them in and after his likeness, of his image. God's blueprint, Genesis 5th chapter, Holy Bible. Quran question for the Moorish Americans, questions 85 to 92. It seems to me that the two races are not studying the works of Prophet Isaiah, or they are blind and can't see, dumb and can't hear, or don't want to see the truth and play dumb like a possum, so they can't understand the truth. Please, wise old rulers, and O thou that are to command the nations, please hear the voice of a baby. I am not a scholar in high learnings. I am just a seeker after truth, trying to use good common sense. Holy Quran, 10th chapter, 28th verse. Please, customs cannot alter the nature of truth, neither can the opinions of man destroy justice. The glory and the shame are misplaced. Holy Quran, 44th chapter, 6th verse. The old author, Noble Drew Lee, didn't try to alter the nature of truth, the works of Isaiah, the prophet, and the national origin of man and his race. He must have realized that in later days, man would attempt to alter the nature of truth. He set up the same guidelines for the nation to go by that Isaiah. The prophet set up. It seems to me that master scientists on both sides of the races have altered the nature of truth concerning the works of prophet Isaiah. They should face each other as the lion and the lamb are facing each other, doing business under truth and justice. Watching these master scientists demonstrating their degrees, they have turned prophet Isaiah's works the way they think it ought to be. They did it through their court of men. They have formed laws to put the lion on top of the lamb, or the lamb on top of the lion, and called it divine. The Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated speaks against it, etc. It brings about amalgamation. Holy Quran subject, end of time, and fulfilling of prophecies, verses 6 to 11. Also, the Holy Bible, likewise, it is classed as a great sin. Genesis, 1st chapter, 1st to the 22nd verse. If these master scientists on earth don't correct this great sin, and all that was created from that sin, such as changing male and female from nature descent, etc., the great chief supreme master scientist, the one who rules the heavens and the earth, will once again demonstrate their degrees, like they demonstrated in these days of Noah, in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, Genesis 19th chapter, the days of great earthquake which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. Some master scientists think that it is a myth, but if they think I am wrong, just let them keep living. One of the mornings they will wake up and see the God of nature is in action, because the God of nature is not pleased with the evil works that are being performed here in North America, etc. Read the divine warnings by the prophet for the nations in 1928 and the 9 world living religions enclosed in the chart. The book is in some libraries. A brief history on God. Again, in referring to my letter of October 23rd, 1974. Copyright Office. I will not attempt to use customs to alter the nature of truth. The works of the old author, Noble Drew Ali, will not be altered by me. Neither will I allow anyone within the Moorish movement to do the same likewise, unless they do it under a court order. It is my effort to carry out the works of the old author, Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated, as though he was alive, subject to amendments for betterment for the nations, etc. 5th Article of the Constitution of the United States. Constitution, Act 1, and Brief History of Africa, Slaverism, of 1482. Does somebody can produce a search report on the works of Noble Drew Ali before June 12, 1974 from the Copyright Office, Library of Congress, Washington, D.C., 2055-9. I, Timothy Dingle Ill, Supreme Grand Resurrection, do hereby declare that I am the new author of the works of Noble Drew Ali. My name will be Timothy Dingle Ill, Noble Drew Ali, author and founder of the Moorish movement, known as the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. It is my desire to obtain copyrights protection on the works of the old author, Noble Drew Ali, except the works that have fallen in public domain since June 12, 1974. It is my desire to carry out the works of our old author without interference from anyone except the courts of the land or any official form of copyright office. If anyone receives this pamphlet and don't get a clean picture of the clear understanding, please don't hesitate to contact the author. I know he will give you a clearer picture. Sometimes, when an author creates, he must make his thoughts brief. Islam. I will stop there for today.
No, Monty. You stop the video but continue. That's a little reading. All the reading you do and then you stop the video, that's fine.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'll stop there for this video. Today, again, is March the 3rd, 2019. Approximately 5:35. I am reminded of Radio Islam.